Welcome to the Contagious Victories podcast. Each week, we talk inspiration, explore possibilities, and share insights from creative perspectives. I'm Tori Blackman, and I'm here to remind you that your purpose in life is to celebrate the victories, because victories are contagious. This episode of Contagious Victories is brought to you by me. I'm an Alabama personality and producer that can help you socialize through brand endorsements, content consulting, and social media creation. So let's work together. Email Tori at toriblackman.com to get in touch with me, and we can get you confident about social media today. Hey, and welcome back to another episode of the Contagious Victories podcast. I'm Victoria B. Glass, and welcome to the show. Now, it's just me on here today, and I'm just hopping on for a quick little message. I have been loving having more guests on the show lately, and I hope you've been feeling the same way. I know there's been a lot of business owners who have came on and talked about their photography business or their creative business, and it just makes me so happy to hear that people are stepping out, being courageous and willing to share their stories that may have started off as challenges at first, but because they didn't take no for an answer, they now have a victory story in their life. And I know that there are so many more victory stories out there. So I wanted to invite you on the show. This is a personal invitation to you as a listener. If you have a story or something that you want to share with other people, because we all deserve a chance to step out and share our stories. And a lot of times, you don't get asked to share your story. So I'm asking you right now that if you've got a story to tell, I'm going to leave a link in the show notes where you can schedule a time to come on the Contagious Victories podcast and tell your story. It's really easy to schedule, so just check the calendar and see what time works for you. And if you don't see any of those times, then DM me directly on Instagram. I will leave the link to our Contagious Victories Instagram in the show notes as well, and you can reach out to me and we'll find a time for you to come on and share. So there's nothing to be afraid of. It's a lot of fun, and there's been a lot of great feedback with these guest podcasts. So the people are interested in hearing what you've got to say. I hope you decide to come on. Now, this is going to be a short episode. It's just me checking in. I encourage you to go listen to more of our guest episodes if you haven't listened to all. I think there's like 10 of them out right now, 9 or 10. So I've got 3 more queued up. We're going to be talking to John, Lauren, and Abby in the coming weeks. So mark your calendars for Thursdays, because I am determined to get these out by 8:00 p.m. Central Time on Thursdays. That is my goal going forward. I've done okay with it in the last 10 or so episodes, but there's been a couple in there that it wasn't until Friday or Saturday that they came out. But we're not going to talk about that, because the victory story is showing up and not giving up. And I'm still learning myself with this podcast. So I just want to be open and honest, but I have set a new deadline. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Time is the new release deadline for myself to get these episodes out. I'm encouraging you to set a little reminder for next Thursday and be on the lookout for these new guest episodes. Last but not least, I want to ask you to help me out with a podcast review. It really goes a long way when you share the show, review the show, rate it, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I just want to know your true opinion. And hearing that feedback helps me to get better. And it also helps for more listeners to hear the show. So if you know someone who could use a little encouragement in their creative endeavors, then please share this episode or one of the guest episodes of Contagious Victories with your friends and family who could use a little more inspiration, because we all could use a little inspiration and sunshine, right? Like, the world needs it. So if you have a story to tell, if you know someone who would love to tell their story, or if you just want to be really nice and rate the show, then all of those things would help me out a lot, as well as help out the world that we're building here together. So I hope that this has found you well, and I hope you're not too upset with me for not sharing a full episode. But I just wanted to touch base with you, share what's been going on, and a little bit of the behind the scenes. And behind the scenes, we could use some ratings and reviews and shares. So let's get those contagious victory stories out there. And in the meantime, check out the guest episodes. I've got more coming in just a few weeks. So I hope that you have been enjoying them. Let me know your thoughts. Follow the show on Instagram at Contagious Victories and hop over to the Facebook group to get to know us a little bit better and for us to get to know you a little bit better. Maybe you're not ready to jump on the podcast and share your story audibly just yet, but if you have it on your heart to share a victory story that you maybe just want to type out and share on Facebook, then share it with us in the Contagious Victories group. We want to hear it. We are dying to meet you. And it just brings this community closer together when we know who else is out there. So don't be afraid, be courageous, and come on over and join us in the Contagious Victories Facebook group. All right, that's enough of my rambling for today. My name is Victoria B. Glass. You can find me on Instagram at onceupon_Tori, and I have more good stuff coming for you in weeks ahead. So can't wait to share those. Stay real and fulfilled, my friends. Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of the Contagious Victories podcast. If the show inspired you to share your own victory story, I'm here to tell you the world deserves to hear it. Submit it to me online at toriblackman.com. Review and subscribe if that feels right,